morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. One day I'm going to have the whistles and the train and the horn and all of that stuff, man. I'm going to have all of those little add-ons that you can have when you do your podcast. It's coming. It's coming. But right now I just make do with what I got. And I think that's one of the things that I believe a mistake a lot of people make is not really mastering with what you have. Make what you have work. Make that be enough. And don't worry about what you don't have. But just try to be creative in expressing what you do have. And you're going to notice when you start leaning towards your creativity, you ain't got time to be worried about a lot of stuff. You ain't going to have time to be dealing with anxiety because you're too busy trying to find a solution, find an answer. That's what, when you use your creativity, that's what you're doing. You're expressing another part of you. And see, and a lot of people don't know how to express no parts of themselves. The way you dress, it's an expression. The way you walk, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself is an expression. Think about it. And see, and if you start watching people and noticing people, you can tell a lot about them. You can tell a lot about them if you watch them, because you'll start picking up their habits, their routines. When you'll pick up body language about it. Oh man, let me show y'all something. This particular room that I'm in really is great for plants. It gets a lot of light. I mean, it gets some good light for plants, and one of the ways I get my plants and save money is I go and find. Now, let me show you something. This morning, I paid $10 for this. See? $9.98. They took $10 off. $9.98 is what I paid for this plant right here. And it was just it just needed water. And it was just hanging down all around the pot. And I said, you know what? I want to save this plant. Give me this plant, okay? And put some water on it. And look, and when I came back, look at it. Look at it. Yeah. And nice pot too. Nice pot. And see, and what's gonna happen is instead of me going and buy another pot, see, I can take this out. I can take this out and transfer the plant to this pot. Put some gravel in the bottom and and uh, and some soil, and 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 I already got me another pot. I got me another pot already for the plant. I can just let it grow. I got a pot already. I don't have to go buy another pot. I can use this pot because this is about as big as I wanted to get right here. And I'm curious to see how big is it gonna get. You know, I'm curious. So that's one of the things. I love plants. I love plants. I want a house full of plants. I want a house full of plants. I do. I want a house full of them. I do, man. That's one of the things. You know, I want a house that has the lighting for some plants. Cause that's if you ever get, I bought this one the other day. I bought this one. It's growing. It's growing already. Yeah, it's growing. If you and I used to sell plants too one time. I call myself the plant man. I don't know how I stumbled into that, but I met this guy, man, that had a nursery way out in Maryland, and I would go and get plants, and I mean I'd have them sitting all over the street. The police come and say, "You know damn well you can't do all that. Get all this stuff up out of here." You know, hey, at least I tried. So I think that's what got me attracted to plants, and that's one of the things that that's just one of my things, man. I intend to have a plant room in my house. I want a plant room in my house. So that's my therapy. Your plants reflect what type of person you are, what kind of personality. Your plants take on your personality. They really do. They take on your personality. And you'll find some people are good with them and some people ain't. And see, anytime you got to nurture something, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to when I saw that it was all withered, and I was like, man, let me bring this plant back to life. And I get them half price. That's what I do. I just when I want to buy some plants, I go in like Lowe's or Home Depot, and I just look for plants, man, that are dying. And say, give me a deal. I want to buy it. And it's challenging to me to be able to bring it back to life. And that's something that you like I said, you enjoy that kind of stuff, and because this room. What's going on, JD? Thank you for joining me. So, that's how I get my plants, man. I just look for ones that are dying, are damaged, and get them half price. Bring them back, and sometimes they just need water. Sometimes that's all they need is some water. And like I said, listen, I'll show you. See, all this thing was drooped all down, man. When I came in, it was laying all down. I put some water in it, and look at it already. Look at it already. and I'll be able to use this pot. When I repot it, I repot it in here. I don't even have to go buy another pot. I'm just curious to see how big it's gonna get. And usually that's a peace lily. I like peace lily. I'm waiting for it to bloom. Man, and when it start blooming, then I know I'm doing something right. When it start blooming, I know I'm doing something right. Yeah. But this room has some good light for plants. So I said, why not, man? Make yourself feel a little different, take the stress away. Something to bring you to a sense of normalcy. But I got to tell you, it's a lot of people. I didn't realize that the amount of people that use hotels as housing. That's a whole different lifestyle, man. For you to come in a hotel and call that home. It's different. That's the best I can tell you, man. It's different. It's truly different. Truly is different. It's not hard. No, it's not hard. The only hard part about it is when you ain't got no money. That's the only hard part. The only hard part about this is when you ain't got no money, man. And I've seen people have to leave here, because they just didn't have no money. And see, that's one of the things, man. I became, when I become a rags to riches story, I'm gonna help the people out in here, man. Maybe pay a month for everybody. Give them a free month in here, cause I know what it's like. I know what it's like, and I know if somebody could give me a free month, I would appreciate it. And see, one of the things that I think we lose sight of is really being our brother's keeper. Really uplifting and encouraging and motivating. Sometimes I think, we kind of take that for granted. That somebody else will get to it. Somebody else will do it. And you miss an opportunity to be a blessing. I mean, look at, I sit at the White House every day, and look how many people walk by me that could be a blessing and refuse the opportunity. Day in and day out, man, I see people that refuse what I have to offer for whatever reason, but they agree with it. And that's the part that trips me out. You agree with me, but you won't support me. And my message, I can put stop hating each other because you disagree anywhere in the world, and it would fit. I could put that message anywhere in the world, and it'll fit. And I've learned that from sitting in front of the White House. Because people from all over the world come and say, that is it right there. That's the truth. So I ain't going on speculation. I'm telling you what I've discovered. Because, I sit where the world meets. In front of the White House. It's where the world meets. Anytime something jump off that people disagree with, notice they don't run to the Capitol. They come to the White House. They ain't going up on Capitol Hill. They come into the White House. No matter what goes on, they come into the White House. Anytime somebody got something to say, they come to the White House. And I just stumbled on the idea, well, wait a minute. Let me start playing national anthem since the world is coming here to me. Why don't I start playing some of their music? Maybe they might appreciate what I'm doing. And you know how many people that hear their national, I'm going to tell you the worst country in the world. And the only reason I play their national anthem is because one of the tour guides, he's from Spain. Spain is the worst country in the world. Talking about nasty, rude. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Spain is the worst. Is the worst. I'm telling you, Spain is the worst. And you know what country has the most respect for their national anthem? India. Play Indian national anthem. No, it's Spain, man. Spain is, man, Spain. Them people from Spain, rude. They are rude. I mean, for real. For real, for real. But India, man, you play India's national anthem, the real Indians, they stop. They stand still. They don't move. When you play their national anthem, if they walk in, they stop. And that's the only country that really honors their national anthem like that, is India. Now you see why they run in the world. They run the world. They do. See, so, anyway, man, I thought I would just come in here for something short and simple. It's a eclipse tomorrow, and some interesting energy is coming into the earth realm now. Some real interesting energy. It's some alignments. They are. It's some real interesting energy. We got an eclipse tomorrow, and then there's going to be one on the 28th of this month as well. So there are two this month. And again, if only thing I can tell anybody is, man, pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to your intuition. And if you don't know it, get to know it. Get to know that voice. So when it tells you to do something, you don't even question it. And listen, and it's just, and see, when your intuition tells you to do something, it's just a thought. That's all it is, it's a thought. And that thought ain't going to come back and keep pestering you. It's just going to give you a little nudge to let you know it's present. And you either going to embrace it or you ain't. That's your intuition. It's just a thought. Just a thought. And now, man, you need to really be in tune to your intuition, because any guidance that God is going to give you, he's going to give you through your intuition. And if you don't know it, then how can God reach you? If you don't know your intuition, if you don't know that voice, how can God talk to you? And listen, you got all kind of wicked people, evil, and tell me, oh, God told me to do something. Yeah, the God you serve, Satan is your God. You right, he did. Your God is with a little g. See, when you get these people out here doing something crazy and destructive and say God, the God they talking about is little g, that's Satan. And they got him confused with God. But that's the voice you serve, so that's the one you gonna call master. God diggity dog. Oh, man. Man, I just helped somebody. Listen. The voice you serve is the one that you gonna call God. Let me say that again. The voice you listen to, the one you follow, the one that gives you instructions, that's your God. Now, if you wicked, your God got a little g. For the wicked people, yeah, your God got the little g. He is your God, but it's with a little g. All right, man, I don't want to get on my soapbox tonight. I ain't trying to get on my soapbox, man, because I feel it coming. I feel it coming. I do feel it. But no, man, seriously. And see, this is why I keep telling people about living a righteous lifestyle. Because when you live a righteous lifestyle and a destructive thought come to you, it ain't going to even feel right. See, when you live a righteous lifestyle and some sin try to get to you, you going to be convicted. See, you going to feel that. You going to know, no, this ain't right. And it's the Christians who compromise are the ones that's got all the confusion going right now, because they done compromise. See, they trying to fit God into their interpretation, and they are not taking God at his interpretation, because they want him to fit into theirs. You know, what lifestyle they're living. And you know, like I told you, at the end of the day, when you close your eyes, ain't got nothing to do with me. Let me say that again. See, at the end of the day, when you close your eyes, it ain't got nothing to do with me. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't gonna feel none of that when you close your eyes for good. You gonna have to deal with that, buddy. You got to deal with that, and ain't nobody else. And you can't blame your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your aunt, your uncle. You can't blame nobody. You're going to have to be accountable for what you have or have not done. You know, that's listen. We don't see, that's why I keep telling people, see, when you get emotional, you are in the storm when you are emotional. But when you rise above the storm, man, your feelings ain't even important. How you feel don't even count. Because you rise up above that. Okay? And you looking over the whole horizon. See, most folk want you to be in the storm. Want you to be a part of it. Want you participating in it. Want you having anxiety. See, that's what most folk want. They don't want you above the storm. They want you in it. So you can be distracted when you in it. See, because when you in the storm, man, all you can see is what you facing, what you dealing with. And you don't know how. You don't have a way to make it work. And all you can see is, man, I got this problem in front of me. And I don't know how this is going to work. See, and listen. And I just told y'all, all things are possible to him who believes. All things are possible to him who believes. And that word believe is thinking that it's true. Accepting it as fact. When you believe something, you accept it as fact. All right? All right, y'all. Thank you for joining me, man. Okay? I see y'all tomorrow. Saturday in Proverbs. I'll be there.